Every spring, when the winds were strongest, the children of Sundarpur gathered on the old stone bridge to fly their kites. The sky would bloom with colors, reds, blues, yellows, greens, like a patchwork quilt sewn by the wind. It was said that the kite that flew the highest would carry its maker as wished to the heavens. Among the crowd were two best friends, Arav and Mohan. Arav was quick and daring, always building the biggest kites. Mohan was careful and clever, tying knots so strong no wind could break them. Their kites were different, but they always flew side by side, just as the boys did. One year, a festival was announced, the Wish Kite Contest. The rules were simple. Whoever's kite flew the highest before sunset would win. The prize was a golden feather charm, believed to grant a single wish. Arav's eyes sparkled. Imagine, one wish, anything we want. Mohan smiled. Then we'll win it together. They built a single kite, the largest they had ever made. Arav painted it bright orange, like fire. Mohan wove the frame with steady hands and strong thread. On the day of the contest, the whole village gathered to watch. The wind roared. Kites danced and dipped, strings snapping, children shouting. Arav and Mohan's kite rose higher and higher, its fiery orange wings slicing the sky. Cheers rose from the crowd. It was winning. But suddenly, a sharp gust tangled their kite with another. The orange cloth ripped, the frame snapped, and their creation plummeted toward the river. Arav gasped. No! Without thinking, Mohan dropped his reel and grabbed Arav's hand. We'll lose if we chase it. But Arav shook his head. I'd rather lose the contest than lose our kite. They scrambled down the bank, running, slipping on mud, until they pulled the battered kite from the water. Soaked and torn, it was no longer the highest, no longer the strongest. But it was theirs. At sunset, the contest ended. Another child won the golden feather. Arav and Mohan sat on the bridge with their ruined kite between them. Arav sighed. We could have had a wish. Mohan smiled. We already do. We wished to win together. That's why I don't mind losing. As the last light of day touched the river, something strange happened. Their torn kite, lying flat on the stones, shimmered faintly. The wet cloth dried, the colors brightened, and the string coiled neatly as if woven by invisible hands. Arav and Mohan exchanged wide-eyed glances. The kite lifted softly into the air, carried by a sudden wind. It soared higher than it ever had before, glowing against the evening sky. The villagers gasped. The heavens themselves have chosen their wish. From that day, the Bridge of Kites was no longer just a place for children to play. It became a place where people brought their wishes, but more importantly, where they came to remind themselves. A wish shared in loyalty is stronger than any prize. And every spring, when orange kites streaked across the sky, the villagers remembered the two friends who chose each other over victory and found their wish carried higher than anyone else's.